All right, another guy that's horrible at speeches. So we'll try and get through this the best we can without me losing it, I guess. A couple papers here, electronics. Who would have guessed? 4 years ago, after my dad died, that we would even be racing again. And sorry, it's going to take me a minute through some of this stuff. That we'd even race again, and wife and crew pushed me into it. Here we are, track champion. Couldn't be prouder. No one person can win a championship. You've heard that a lot tonight. Everybody out here knows that it takes the crew behind them, the people behind them. So I'll start with my number one, my wife. Special thanks goes to her. She's the marketer, the accountant, the organizer, everything behind the scenes, and pretty much the number one best tire bitch at Knoxville. Got to go through some of the rest of my crew. Phil, Phil's been with me since 1989 when I started racing go-karts. He went through some medical troubles this year. We were all on, the edge of our seat with that, and he's pulled through, and I'm glad to have Phil with us, and he's been a big part. Dave Saffel, big part, just a big help. Brandon and his lucky shorts, he's got these cutoff shorts that are pretty bitchin', I think from the 80s maybe, but he wears them to the races, and I think we won a feature there they are right there. I think we won a feature every time he brought them to the track, so we'll just pull them out for special occasions, maybe 360 Nationals next year, maybe mid-season championship, something like that. Mike, Greg, my traveling crew at the end of the year, Adam and Keone, they helped me out when we went to Montana and stuff and had some fun times out there. My sponsors, I couldn't do it without the sponsors, and Joanne's a big part behind the sponsors. She finds sponsors, and and they've been tremendous with us. And first one, Don Long, and Searsboro Telephone Company. He supplies the engines, and there's probably 50 people out here that Don Long has helped at the Knoxville Raceway, and he's just a big part of the track, whether he's sponsoring a car or helping the Hall of Fame or just whatever he does. He's a big part of it. Rennis Greenhouse, Joyce and Chuck, Rob and Amy. They've been on our car the last 2-3 years, and it's just been amazing. They're like the good luck charm. It's awesome looking, and so make sure you make it out there to Johnston, get some poinsettias for Christmas. Andrea Wiesemeyer, she just does a lot behind the scenes, designing things, t-shirts, stuff like that. Studio 92, obviously we have a bunch of awesome pictures and artwork and stuff that we do. Area 41 Engineering, Greg Lance, he used to be with Speedway Motors, and now he helps us out. Design Speed Shop, Andy and Beth. Obviously the car looks awesome, and Andy's behind the design of that, and whenever I need something, he's right there, and he's like the cheapest guy in the world, so any of you that are looking for graphics, Andy's the guy. Up in Stitches, Brian and Janet, they do a lot of embroidery stuff like that for us, just help us out. Van Zant Construction, Logan and Maddie, they've helped us out this year, and we appreciate that, and have fun with them out at Slideways and stuff. Jamie Moyle, can't thank him enough. Put these motors in. It's pretty much made me a new man. You know what I mean? It's not that we couldn't do it before. It's just now we have, a great engine, and that's what we needed. We've upgraded cars and have a great engine, and he puts the work in. And whenever we have something, I don't know what I'm doing, so I call Jamie. Hey, what do I need to do? And he takes care of it. And I appreciate that more than anything. And I appreciate that he's just at our beck and call, and he just does a good job. And thanks, Jamie. Brad Amato, Raymakers Screen Printing, iHealth Solutions, Buzzworthy Tattoo Parlor, Coffee Connection, Fred Brownfield family, the Kelly family from Washington, Mary and Spuds. They're here tonight. Mary's probably been to every race that I've ever raced at. Since I raced go-karts, and it's pretty awesome that they just support us. And whenever we can't find a crew to go to a race somewhere else, Mary and Spuds are always there, and we appreciate that. Hube's garage. Aaron Hubler, he's kind of a behind-the-scene mechanic. You know, when I need to bounce some stuff off somebody, a lot of times I'll call Hube. Chris at Versatile Telecom. Carpet Services by Steve Watson. And another cool thing we did this year, Marion County Humane Society. We put a sponsor on our car that didn't pay us. You know, we tried to do something that gave back to the community, and we raised a lot of money for them, and we paid for, you know, with our T-shirt money and stuff, or money people donated, we adopted a few pets for people, and that's pretty cool, and that's another thing my wife came up with. It's pretty neat. Laser Car Wash at Knoxville, Wilhelm Orthodontics, Fishburne Academy, Snap-on Tools, and Hoosier Tire Midwest. You know, they've been with us for quite a few years, just helping us out, and we appreciate that. And last but not least, the BHG. Those guys are awesome. A few more things. I'd like to thank Knoxville and the staff and everything that goes into it. I mean, just look at this banquet for one thing. This thing's awesome. I mean, there's no other place that people want to come race that ends up being like this. I mean, look, they can make Joe Beaver put a friggin' tie on. I mean, that's what you know. I mean, none of us want to, or maybe some of you do. I don't want to be NASCAR, but this is like the top of sprint car right here. This is pretty awesome. So I got to thank Knoxville for putting everything on during the year. KRCL, all the hard work they do, underappreciated. You know, I haven't bought safety equipment in 10 years. You know what I mean? But I feel safe with all the stuff they've supplied for us, and I've come to realize one thing: I suck at selling 50-50 tickets because about everybody in my family can outsell me when we go do it. I'd like to thank the fire crew at Knoxville. They're underappreciated, and I'd just like to thank them for not visiting me on the track this year. Of course, you've heard the Duncan family and the track prep crew. We're way too spoiled. You know, they almost do too good a job, because every time some little thing happens, we all start bitching. It's like, what? One little hole in the track, wah, wah, you know. There's a crumb on the track, you know, wah. But, you know, they do an awesome job, and it makes it so easy, you know. And you got to take the bottom way, because we all know it's more fun to run the top. Bob Baker, he was up here earlier, doesn't get enough credit, the Hall of Fame. If the Hall of Fame wasn't in turn 2, you know, a lot of this stuff wouldn't come from it. I mean, there's a lot of people behind the Hall of Fame, and Bob is in the pits every night. I don't think I've raced at Knoxville since Bob's been there that he hasn't come by and shook my hand and said, good luck, appreciate what you're doing, and we appreciate everything Bob does at the Hall of Fame. Push truck crew. These guys are jokesters. You know, they hang around and drink beer with us afterwards. You know, they have fun. You know, one thing they don't do, they don't tear up our race cars very often, except for Davies maybe every once in a while. But sorry about that. But appreciate those guys. You know, it's a lot of fun. And, you know, that's just about all I got. It's a humbling experience to win this thing. I appreciate it. You know, congratulations to all the champions. Congratulations to Sumby. And he's right, you know. He did school us a lot of nights. I mean, we won the most features. They started farther back most of the time. But they made us step up our game, and we appreciate that. And we do appreciate that. I know a lot of people gripe because he was able to run it or whatever, but we appreciate that. I think we do need to step up our game. And you saw when other people came into town. You know, I don't care if we have 14 cars. When they came into town, or when somebody dropped down from the 410 class, they had to earn it, you know. And I don't think we're a pushover class anymore. And I appreciate that. And it's about all I got. Like I said, I appreciate everything, and I appreciate, you know, all the people that have said, you know, we came to the last night to watch you win, and we're here tonight because, you know, we wanted to see you get your trophy, and it just means a lot. Sorry. Told you I was going to choke up a couple times, but maybe if I had a beer up here or something, I'd be better. But like I said, been dreaming of this all my life. Yeah. Been dreaming of this all my life, and for it to come true, just pretty awesome. Thank you.
Nice job, buddy. Nice job. That's awesome. Congratulations.